I asked these guys to say a little something as well as we wrap up the meeting.
Thank you very much. I would just like to say thanks to my teammates. I have 8 teammates from Utah that I share products and territory with. They work really hard, but they're super easy to work with, so thank you very much. Thanks to Allergan. What a great company to work for. If it's the ICP plan or the pipeline or the great leadership and people or the promoting from within or even the benefits, the 401k, and I could go on forever. It's a great place to make a living and build a career. And I would just like to make 2 quick points to anyone that hasn't won President's Club before. I know a lot of people in this room have. Maybe you can back me up on this. But if you haven't won, you know, whenever I see like a Hollywood star or maybe an Olympic athlete that wins a gold medal and they give a speech, they always say something like, you know, I've been training many hours a day since I was 6 years old to make this happen. I didn't have a childhood, and you know, my training regimen bordered on child abuse. And I just think, man, I could never win a gold medal. That's out of reach for me. So my message would be just the opposite of that. You know, President's Club is hard, but it's not that hard. It's not out of reach for anybody. And you know, you don't need to be #1 on your biggest product in the whole nation. You don't even need to have your product portfolio always in the top 5%. Really, you just need about, you know, 4 pretty good quarters in the top 20, 25%. And that's all you need. So it's not out of reach for anybody. You know, as far as why you should go for President's Club, there's a lot of reasons. You get stock options, you get raises, you get a nice jacket and a ring. The trip is really great. My last time I won, it was to Kauai. When I checked in the hotel, they said, go into that room and pick a prize, and then go into that room and pick another prize, and we'll ship them to your house, and it'll be there waiting when you get home. When I went in there was like kayaks and big screen TVs and iPads and all this stuff. It was great. And they said, you know, some of the nights we don't have a company dinner, so we want you to just go out to a nice restaurant and have a dinner, and so here's a little Visa gift card to help out with that. I thought, oh, that's nice, a couple $100. $1,200. I was booking helicopter flights and surfing.
Get away with all that.
Well,
I'm only kidding.
You get taxed on it. But you get to bring a guest, and you know, some of you might be single, and you can take your brother, your buddy, whatever. Some people had like a mother that had never traveled anywhere. I mean, how cool is that to get to go to Ireland or Rome or something like that with your mom or your dad that's maybe that's a once in a lifetime thing for them. And you know, if you're like me and you have a spouse, you know, we fly to Denver and we eat at a nice restaurant and stay at a nice hotel, and you know, your spouse is sometimes home doing the work and staying with the kid. Multiple kids in my case. Anyway, but in President's Club, she gets to jump on a plane, she gets to stay at a nice hotel and eat at a nice restaurant. And not only that, but there's an awards ceremony like this. And you know, we've all been up on stage and got an award and everyone claps, and you know, that's probably happened many times. But it's kind of a rare and memorable thing if your spouse or your partner gets to see you get up there and a room full of people's clapping for you and they get to be proud. I mean, that doesn't happen a lot, and that's a really cool thing. And I'll just wrap up by thanking one more person. That's my manager, Greg Daly. You're the real MVP, as they say. You know, this was my first year in specialty sales. I got this job just a little over a year ago, and Greg said, you got the job, and he said, you can win President's Club your first year in this job. And I was like, well, I've never met most of my call panel, haven't been trained on my products. Maybe, but I don't know. And he's like, no, all you have to do is just launch by Bursey, and then with your other products, do this, this, and this, and you can totally do it. He persuaded me that I could. I left there thinking, well, you know, I can maybe win this my first year. And a few things fell into place. I got a lot of help, and it happened. So thank you very much.
bring these